Hey guys, before the video starts, I thought I'd let you all know that I have rebooted my second gaming channel where you can find all games that aren't Minecraft, you know, everything that outside of the Minecraft world over there. Be sure to subscribe. There's actually a new video up there right now for you guys to enjoy. And yeah, let's get 150 million subscribers, so be sure to subscribe now and enjoy the video. With every step outside your door leading you to an unknown outcome of the day, we all time and time again come across strange and terrifying situations that leave us with a shocking story. Heyo guys, it's me Jordan of TheFearRaiser, and in today's episode of Raiserverse, we go through the top shocking stories that you guys submitted to us on our subreddit page, Raiserverse, and also through the email, links down in the description below. And before we get into it guys, also be sure to like and subscribe to be on top of the latest videos. Also, when you subscribe, be sure to hit the bell button so that you always receive updates when we upload. Or, me. Who's we? When I upload. Alright, let's get into it. Our first story is titled, The Time My Head Was Split, by I Have No Jams _ Save Me. Heh. In my street, we have a brick wall that was always surrounded by 3 bins. Me and my friends and my cousin would always jump on these bins, run up the wall, and jump back off. One day, while running on the wall, I got exhausted and sat on the wall with, at the time, my boyfriend. We'll call him Vernon, and me and Vernon chatted for some time. When all of a sudden, my older cousin, she'll be called Tay, ran up to us and screamed in our ear. Tay then ran off and left us alone, but not for long. It was around 5 p.m. now and Vernon gets called by his mother to get his dinner. That's when my friend, his name will be Chris, sat next to me and started a conversation. This was an obvious distraction because out of nowhere, Tay ran at me from behind and shoved me off the wall. I hit off a bin and landed on the hard concrete. Next thing I knew, they were all shouting at Vernon to get my parents. I was put in my car and rushed to hospital. When I got back, I still had some blood on my face and my cousin was grounded for a week. I guess I got some sort of happy ending because me, Chris, and Vernon had cookies while the rain landed on the umbrella we all shared.
This next story is titled Coffee Shop Car Accident by Red Panda Keegan. This all happened last summer. So I was just exiting a coffee shop with some chocolate milk and looking for any cars that were coming. While I was driving, my view was blocked by a car and a tree to my left, which was where the intersection was. A lady was in a parked car to my right. She honked at me and waved for me to go. I listened, but I really wasn't paying enough attention. When I looked to my right, a red car was coming right at me. The car hit me and I went unconscious. Next thing I know, I'm laying down next to my mom's car. She told me I went flying into it. That was insane.
At number 3, our story is titled, Not Who I Thought She Was, by Gunner Monkey. Me and my wife got married a year ago after 6 months, and for the first time, my wife woke up very tired in the morning. I thought she just woke up early, but for the next 2 months, it kept happening, so without telling her, I installed a camera in our room. So the first time I checked it, she left around 3. I thought she had just went to the bathroom, but then the same thing happened for the first week. So I decided to fake like I was asleep. Then when she left, I followed her. And then after that, I discovered a terrible truth, that she was cheating. I felt like she had just ripped my heart out and smashed it. So I started to follow them around, and then she turns around and saw me. Her face was full of fear. And then the guy said, "Who is this?" And then I realized he didn't know. And then I said, "I'm her husband." And the guy said, "You're cheating on me and him." And then at that moment, we both said, "I'm leaving you." Then she had sat there and cried, and we parted ways after that.
This next story is titled The Time My Parents Were Almost Stabbed by The Lazy Bones. This all starts when my parents decided to go to Target to get something we needed and to get me outside since I didn't go out much. My sister was with some friends and I was going to arrive home at 8 p.m. while my brother was at college. So it was all my parents and me. Once we arrived, my mom decided that it would be a good idea to have father stay in a car in a parking lot while we go outside of Target. Once we were done, my mom called my father to come to the front of Target. Once my father was about to get out of his parking space, an older lady was impatient and rammed the end of my dad's car. May I add, my parents don't have that much money, so this was very upsetting for us. She was so sorry, but my dad wanted at least $300 for the car, and he would give $250 for her side of the crash. The lady claimed that she didn't have a lot of money and needed to get some from her husband. She had asked us to follow her car to her house so she can get the money from her husband. When we got there was a man that looked so young. He could have been the lady's son going to community college. My dad told me to stay in the car. My father and my mother got out the car and went up to the lady and guy. As soon as that happened, the guy rushed to my father and took out a knife. The lady and my mother didn't want anyone to get hurt, so she got between both her husband and my father. My father is an old guy in his late 40s and couldn't move his muscles properly, so he couldn't fight back very well. By a miracle of God, my parents were able to escape from this and told the couple that they didn't want anything to do with them. This was a traumatizing experience for me.
Our last story is titled The Time I Almost Died from Drowning by JV the Lit. It happened when I was 12 and I was swimming in the lake. I was in the smaller part of the lake trying to learn how to swim, which was awkward, and my diving glasses fell off of my head. I tried to grab them before they fell into the deeper part of the lake. I didn't get to them in time, so I dived into the water, and then the bad happens. My leg got stuck between two rocks. I tried to pull my leg out, but it didn't work, so I tried at least to get my mouth out. Good thing it wasn't deep, so I was able to call my dad for help. And in the process of getting my leg out, my 2 fingers broke, and I wasn't able to walk for 2 or 3 days. Well guys, once again, thank you all for submitting your stories, and if you haven't already, be sure to do so on our subreddit page and email. Special thanks to the animators for making this video possible, and again, don't forget to follow me on social media at TheFearRaiser on Twitter and TFRJordan over Instagram. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to always be on top of the latest videos. The 2 topics for you to choose from for our next week's Raiserverse will be most bizarre thing to ever have happened to you, or weirdest alien encounter. See you guys in the next one. Take care.